You sent for me, my liege?
I did. Come forward, Horus, I will not shout.
Yes, my king.
Are you acquainted with Governor Canaan?
I know the man, yes.
Have you ever exchanged pleasantries with him?
No, I haven't, great king.
Serving so close to Egan, surely you would spend time in the city.
I invest my days managing Egan's many villas. The matters of Linden are rarely of concern to my work.
You have not mingled with the people of my city? Bought goods in the market matters to such degree?
Our slaves would make this trip, not I.
Horus, how have you come to serve Egan?
I am the son of Baron Rastam, contracted to serve as squire to Egan at the age of 12. He has since taken a great liking to me. One could say his trust lies most heavily in my hands.
Do you honor his trust?
Above all else, Governor Canaan.
Of course.
It would only make sense.
Pardon my rashness, sir. I felt a slight air of disappointment once you heard I serve Egan honorably.
Might I add, Father? Instead of trading the usual apologetic banter caused by such a remark, why not accept it for what it is?
Go ahead.
Our friend Horus has made it clear he is no simpleton. To further complicate the situation, he is an honorable man. It could be used to our advantage.
To hint we have undisclosed plans in the presence of Horus would mean you wish to include him. The same problem arises. He is honorable. Where is your solution, my son?
As I said, we are dealing with intelligent men. They shall be treated as such. Governor Canaan, I recommend you retract your suggestion of imprisoning Egan.
Pardon me, young prince. Is it wise to speak of these things so openly?
I had hoped not to find such a short-sighted man at the head of Linden.
Hold your tongue, boy. This is a respectable man you are speaking to.
Father, can we take serious advice from a man who seems to believe Egan hasn't come to the same conclusions already?
What would you have me do, Tyrannus?
Do not punish Egan. In fact, we may grant him favor.
Preposterous, my king!
What favor?
A reinstatement.
Would be a shame if all those men were to avoid deserved punishment.
My prince! I was not expecting you, Prince Codex.
Calm yourself, Redmond. Do not make a scene in front of your men.
As you wish. It should be known they are not my men.
Who would you say is in charge?
No one, Prince Codex. This was not an organized effort.
Then why do the men look up to you?
I do not know.
They look up to you because they trust you.
I don't feel it is something I've earned.
Esteem is often not earned, my friend.
Then may I ask why you feel the men look to me for leadership?
Where would I find you on an average day in Linden?
I assist the elderly and the crippled.
Ha! Redmond, my friend, you're making this far too easy.
I am unsure why it amuses you, but I am glad you are pleased, Prince Codex.
It is the townspeople who are pleased with you. Do not worry about my intentions.
No, I would never question your motives.
What do you think they are discussing in the governor's mansion?
I assume your father looks to make peace between Egan and the town. The truce will come when those criminals down there receive punishment.
Do you believe Egan will find himself in prison if the truth is discovered?
I am old enough to not raise hope when common sense tells me otherwise. In fact, Horus was recently escorted to the mansion. The pessimist in me feels Egan's terms are being discussed as we speak. I fear justice will not be served.
As do I. Follow me, Redmond. I wish to show you something.
How goes it, Layson?
Assembly of the fire pits is complete, Lord Ilmerin.
Fine work, General.
Thank you, my lord. Shall we release the magma?
Once the sun has fallen, you have orders to let loose the furnace. I shall return to camp.
Yes, my lord.
No Raunt in these lands shall find rest tonight. They will listen to their brothers shriek as we melt the flesh off their bones. 'Tis the war they asked for. We shall oblige them.
The man had a speech impediment. It was difficult to understand him. Although he was strange, I sensed he was the head of the three. When he spoke, all others were silent. Through the window, I did my best to follow the discussion. Quirinus had an apologetic demeanor, as if he had failed them. The man with the enlarged tongue rambled on about ending the contracts between Crorid's farmlands and Eteron's central stores.
Without those contracts, the city is essentially ruined. Where would they find grain?
A new source overseas. Trade routes have promptly reopened since the war's end.
Was it presented as blackmail? What did they ask of Quirinus to keep the town's contracts?
That was unclear, as if it was previously discussed. I believe the three men requested Quirinus to discharge nearly a third of the High Watch in this city. Quirinus knew it would not be so simple, because those men had too much knowledge about the unlawful proceeds flowing through Crorid.
They've become accustomed to undemanding work with steep earnings. If such a sacking took place, those men would do all within their power to ruin the system they once served.
Pardon me, Captain. May I ask what you find so amusing?
Don't you see, Bile? Quirinus did all within his power to please those men. In doing so, he hurt his own standing with them, as they would not understand his reason to disobey. I shall willingly carry out the request and allow the Foundation to break beneath their feet.
Your intentions are true. I must ask your forgiveness, Captain Cephalus.
You believed I was the ordered replacement by those men, didn't you?
Coming from the king, as well as the spectacle in the town, I assumed so.
I ask you now to trust me, without hesitation.
I am yours to command, Captain. What have you done? The records!
Remember, above all else, you must trust me.
Yes, Captain.
Our region feels the absence of Argus more than you know, Father.
Don't delude yourself, my son. I know the reach of his influence.
It was a poor choice of words, Father. As we rode to Linden, I listened to tales of Egan's days of old, not to quench my boredom, but to use it if the opportunity arose. I advocate we return Egan to his military duties. He will be most useful in place of Argus.
Tyrannus, in this scheme of yours, there is a discernible complication. You have not given the people of Linden a reason to rejoice once Egan has left.
He is the key. Our friend Horace will give Egan's men and the people of Linden reason to rejoice, knowing he is their new noble.
And how can this be done?
I want you to speak to those men. Tell them to ensure each and every man in the Linden militia is well fed and given water. Take from the city reserves if necessary. Most importantly, do not tell them these instructions have come from me.
Yes, Prince Codax. "'Tis done."
Are you not surprised the men followed your orders without question?
I suppose I am, my prince.
They trust you, and in a time of such worry and unease, they will look to you for guidance.
I understand.
Now, Redmond, there is something else you must do.
Tell me the task, and it shall be done.
In secret, and I mean most quietly, tell each man here to prepare for battle.
Get up, you imbeciles. You have rested enough.
If it didn't take an hour, it may have been worth it.
You fool.
Let's go.
From now on, hold your useless subtle remarks.
Noted.
Ah, finally.
You are an odd couple. Hello, friends.
Oh, we were just leaving.
Nonsense, you only just got here. Have a drink, please.
We shall be leaving now.
Oh no, I must insist.
Goodbye now.
I am afraid either I or my friends will do the insisting. Now, let us have a little chat, shall we?